However, I'm going to reset your cases for sentencing so the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. They'll give me more information about you and your cases, and then we'll come back later for sentencing. You need to stop on your way out of the courtroom today and talk to probation. Well, sir, are you Francisco Garcia?
Yes.
And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment in each case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Garcia, in cause number 25 DCCR 0900, you're charged with the second-degree felony offense of burglary of a habitation from March 24th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you did what they charged you with?
Yes, ma'am.
And then in cause number 25 DCCR 0901, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of publishing or threatening to publish intimate visual material from March 13th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge? Again, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And because you did what they charged you with?
This hearing moves quickly, but the legal consequences are significant. Francisco Garcia appears before the court to answer in two separate felony cases. Within the next few minutes, the judge will carefully determine whether every plea is made knowingly, voluntarily, and with a full understanding of the rights being given up. What may sound like a routine courtroom exchange will ultimately shape everything that happens before sentencing.
I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
In both of these cases, I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Ms. Holmes?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreements that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes.
And it looks like the agreement in the first case, 0900, is for a 5-year deferred probation. There would be a $500 fine. You would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation, which includes having no contact at all with Melissa Escalera and, is that Jose Landa?
Yes, Judge.
And delete or destroy any intimate or private photos, and allow your probation officer to inspect any devices, your phone or any devices at your home. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, if I may, I neglected. I just realized I wrote those down as conditions in the burglary case, but not in the publishing case. The intent of the parties was that there be conditions in both cases.
Sure. You understand that'll be your conditions of probation in both of your cases, correct? And then in 0901, the agreement also is for that 5-year deferred probation, a $500 fine, and all of those other conditions that I've already gone over.
Yes.
Is that your understanding as well?
Yes.
Do you also understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes.
State tenders number 1 in each case.
No objection.
It's admitted in each case. Is there any evidence that Mr. Garcia is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of guilty in each case freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and understand the nature and the consequences of those pleas. Find sufficient evidence in each case to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your cases for sentencing so the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. They'll give me more information about you and your cases, and then we'll come back later for sentencing. You need to stop on your way out of the courtroom today and talk to probation. She's sitting at that desk right over there. All right, we'll see you back at sentencing.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you.
This hearing centered on two separate felony cases, resolved through guilty pleas before sentencing. At the beginning of the proceeding, the court confirmed the defendant's identity and verified that the formal reading of the indictments would be waived. The judge then addressed each case individually, explaining the charges and asking whether the pleas were being entered freely, voluntarily, and because the defendant accepted responsibility for the conduct described in the charging documents. Those questions are a critical safeguard in every plea proceeding, because the court must ensure that a defendant fully understands the decision being made. The hearing then shifted to the written plea paperwork. The judge confirmed that the documents had been reviewed with defense counsel. that they were understood, and that the defendant recognized the legal consequences of accepting the negotiated agreements. The court also explained that following the negotiated agreement would include giving up certain appeal rights. These exchanges help establish a clear record that the plea is informed and voluntary.